here's out the window at the right, we have the confined area that I've been using for years. And when I'm training with my last 3 FAC customers, final approach course that is, oh yeah, we have a spot open the end of July, by the way. And I have always taught 3 times around at 500 feet, and then your low recon is basically your downwind, your base, and your final into your area, you do a low recon. That's the way I've always taught it. Last customer, we just finished today. We just flew back from Fort Wayne, just did his CFI, and he comes from another part of the country, and he was taught 500, 500, and then a 300 low recon. And I said, well, you know, I guess you could do that, but I go, that for a lot of us, that we don't do that 300 anymore because it just feels like it's too low. So, example, we're looking out the right-hand side over here. This is our area, that kind of half-paired shape, kind of weird thing with the power lines along it. I like to keep 500 for at least 3 times around. As I'm doing it, I'm setting up a downwind base and final into my spot. And so the examiner, you know, our guy passed today, did a great job. And the examiner said, hey, I just want you to think about something. Some people teach it, you know, that 300. But he goes, for example, let's say if we were flying the pattern, would we fly downwind at 300 AGL? And my applicant said, no. He says, why not? He goes, it's kind of low. He goes, then why would you want to do 300 AGL downwind going into a confined area? And which it's kind of what I did anyway. So, and the examiner said, depending on which publication you read, some people do a lower 200 feet recon or 300 feet recon, but I don't do it. I prefer to do like what we're talking about here, 500 AGL. And let's go ahead and land in this one. So I've done at least 3 times around, keeping a minimum of 60 knots. I've kept 500 AGL, and I've had plenty of time to look as I'm going around and going around. Right now I'm gonna do what I'm gonna call a downwind. So as I'm doing my downwind base and final, I can verify what I saw up here when I get down there. And then here's the trick why I don't believe you need 300. With this downwind base and final I'm doing right now, at any time I can decide to go around, fly away and not do it. Or go around, set it up again, let's say if my approach was bad. I have all kinds of time by doing a downwind base and final that while I'm on that approach, I can see, verify what I saw from above, and I'm still verifying as I go in. My low recon is right now as I'm coming in. I know the wires are there. I know what the size is. I know what my path in and path out is. I'm going to do this slow. So if I'm using good technique, going slow, right now I'm doing my low recon. Now I'm down at 300 AGL. Standard approach standard approach is 300 AGL, no matter what kind of approach you're doing. I have all kinds of time, so I can see nice and clear. If I keep a low rate of descent, slow my airspeed down, I can just go in here nice and easy. And if at any time I don't like my approach, number one, or I say, hey, I didn't see that from above, I don't like that, I'm just gonna fly away. I could do it then, at that point I could do it right now. But now I've got my airspeed slowed down, but I'm at 200 feet per minute, just a hair under 200 feet per minute. I have all kinds of time to fly away. I could still fly away if I didn't like it. So let's say I'm down here, I'm about 200 feet AGL. Let's say, oh, there's a wire going across there that I decided I didn't like. Okay, all I gotta do is just gently pull power. I don't have to descend, my rate of descent's gone, boom, I got airspeed, and I can fly away. So, just food for thought, not telling you you can't do it. I'm just giving you an idea of our thinking out here and what we do. I've always done it that way, and that same approach, or that same confined area that I teach, 3 times around, keeping a minimum of 60, and then a downwind base and final. I used it during when I was flying EMS, and the EMS checkmen were always like, that's good, we like that, 3 times around. Most people rush in, and you get yourself into trouble by rushing in too quick sometimes. So just some food for thought on your preparation going into your confined area landing, low recon. Are you gonna do it at 500? Are you gonna do it at 300? You gonna do it at 200? What are you gonna do if you lose an engine at 200 feet with the wind behind you? Food for thought. So we're gonna head back to the airport. So let's recap the big sell.
44% off yearly memberships and the big professional pilot bonuses. Top 10 check ride tips, helicopter check ride, world famous private pilot study guide, live to fly another day t-shirt, and live to fly another day HOGS no-go button. Probably can't hear that, but...
So we've completed 3 FACs. We got this aircraft May 1st. We're still in June. We've done 3. Did Todd's commercial, Cameron's private. Today we did Robert's CFI. So we got a fresh private, commercial, CFI, all with the examiner. We've been using it for 22 years. All truck rides went well. No problems. Everything is standard. All our paperwork was right. Everything was done. We showed up on time and had 3 good check rides. So we have a spot open end of July if you want to grab it. We've got a couple of tire kickers, but they haven't pulled the trigger. And snooze, you lose. Jumping on a final approach course. They're proving it works. We've had 2 guys from Florida. New Mexico was the member that was just here. They're all HOGS members. 2 weeks, we have a member coming from Maine for his CFI. And then Todd's coming back from Florida for his CFI. And then we've got another guy from Florida coming in August for his private initial. So the FACs are working. They're traveling from all over the country. So we've got the South, the Southwest, the East. Who's next?
Yeah.
Coming from all over. It's cool stuff. So ends July 5th, midnight. Any questions? Oh, birds. All right.
And don't forget that Pro membership also comes with 3 one-on-one Zoom sessions with Kenny. Super limited special while they last. And also don't forget the 5-hour R44 sign-off special.
And we're going to put those links down below the video so you don't have to go using a code. You don't have to go searching helicopterground.com unless you want to. The links are below this video. And the discount's already applied to those links, so anybody can get that discount. All you gotta do is go below this video on YouTube and click that link. Or look for the link in the email. We'll put it in our email to our email list as well. So go straight to the 44% saving. You know, it's R44, 4th of July, 442.
Yeah.
We just thought 44% would be a good, appropriate number for July 4th. All right. What do you think, Lindsay?
No, just say goodbye.
Just say goodbye. All right, come back tomorrow.
Live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com